Hello, everybody. 同学们好. So this is Young Family Taiji traditional long form. We are in section 1. And today's new move is going to be white crane spreads its wings.
Ooh.
So we're going to follow the same format. We'll do a little bit of warm up, a little bit of standing, review up to raise hands and step forward. Then I would like you to do the form with the idea of any questions that you might want to work on. And then we'll go ahead, review the last movement, and move on to the next move. Okay? So I'd like you to have your feet shoulder width apart. And hi, Lorraine.
Hi, everybody.
And let's go from the head to the toes. Okay. So think of nodding your head. Okay. So up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now I want you to turn as much as you're able from side to side. So one side, the other. One side, the other. One side, the other. One side, the other. And working on our shoulders, we're going to go forward, up, back, and down. 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 And reverse. Back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. Now we're going to think about loosening up our middle body. So I want you to bend your knees just slightly because that kind of stabilizes your hips. And then I want you first to have your hands forward and think about just moving your body from the waist up. And your hands will be your guide. But your hips are going to stay where they are. Okay. One side and the other. One side and the other. One side and the other. Now, what I want you to think of is just moving things, moving your middle body, just loosening everything up. So just let your arms swing freely. So just swing. Still try to keep your hips still, but swing more freely. And this shows you the other kind of middle body movement. The first one, the arms were moving together with the torso. And this one, the arms like move beyond the torso. So this is more like single width. The arms move beyond the torso. Okay? Now we're going to work on our legs. Okay, so we're going to move one foot 45 degrees. And the other foot, we're going to do toe and heel. So toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. And now the other side. This foot, 45 degrees, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Go back to the first side. Big toe, little toe. Big toe, little toe. So this is the first hip opener. Big toe, little toe. Big toe, little toe. Big toe, little toe. Other side. Big toe, little toe. 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 And now I'd like you, if you can, do hip circles. And if you have a hard time, hold on to something, okay? But I'd like you eventually, even if you can't do it now, I want you to think about circling your knee. You see, it's like I'm making a circle with my knee. And the other side, once again, the foot points to 45 degrees, and you're going to make a circle with your knee. Okay. Let me fix this part here. Okay. Now, let's do 2 minutes of standing, okay? I want you basically to line up your body. So think about head up, bend your knees slightly, and drop your tailbone. And think about stretching out your spine, making the circle with your arms. And we're going to start our 2 minutes. So head up, tailbone down. Think about having your energy, extending your backbone, and having the energy come out of your backbone into your fingers. So that's why you have that rounded shape. So you'll find that if you get a little bit tired, you will find that you get slightly out of shape. So you have to keep policing yourself and reorient yourself so that you will learn to remember this shape. So this is your reference. So we have 1 minute up, 1 minute to go. So you can concentrate on different parts of your body. For example, you can think about having the tingling in your fingertips as your energy comes out of your spine. You can think of raising your head so that the upper part of your spine is straightened, and then likewise, you're going to think about lowering your tailbone so that you have that vertical stretching feeling. Think about all your toes and heel firmly on the ground so that you have your root all set up. And your 2 minutes are up. So relax. Okay, so let's review the form up to where we were last time. I'm going to turn around. And we're going to do prepare, which is a version of standing. So head up, tailbone down, hands by your side. Opening. Rotate your arms so the palms face back. Come up to shoulder level and then press down almost to the bottom. Grasp the bird's tail, ward off left. Shift left. Turn right. All the weight on the right. Step and close. Shift weight, turn and separate. Ward off right. Shift right. Turn the left foot to the corner. Pull left, ward off down right. Pull in the right foot. Step and close. Forward and separate. Roll back. Rotate your arms as you reach to the corner. Turn your waist as your weight shifts toward the back. Press. Pull in the right. Attach the left. Expand forward. Push. Square up your shoulders and flatten your hands. Come back over a ball. Hands in front of your chest. Push forward. Single width. Flatten your hands as you extend your arms. Turn and pull all the way around. Press down. Ward off left. Hook hand right. Standing, ward off, step, deflect, strike. Raise hands and step forward. Shift toward the right. Turn the left foot to the corner. Circle your arms as you push off your right ball. Root your right heel and close. Okay, are there any questions? So I want to make sure that you, when you're coming from single width, I'm going to do it 180 degrees from where I just was. Okay, I'm pushing back and then I'm turning my foot to the corner, right? When I release my hands, let me show you this first. When I have my single width, this part I'm striking so it's neck height. This part comes straight out from my shoulder. Can you see that? So this is a little bit higher than this. So when I come here and I open, this is still a little bit higher than this. So as I circle and come forward, the relative heights remain as they close. Can you see that? So I'm here. I'm circling. Root and close. So this is a demonstration of split energy. So the energy is this way. Okay. It's like I'm breaking somebody's arm this way. Okay. And it's important that I root so my whole body is stable as I generate energy. Okay. The next move is going to be the other kind of empty stance. Okay. This one is a heel touch empty stance. It's more stable because I am coming together and going down. Okay, think of that 30% going down as I root and close. The next move is going to be white crane, and I'm going to do it first in the direction you would do it, and then I'll do it in another direction so you'll see better. But I like to do it in your direction first so that you're oriented to where you were when you started. Okay, so just finished raise hands. So this is what white crane looks like. The hands turn, pull down, circle, step and close, turn, step and open. So I'll do it facing you, and then I'm going to do it facing that way. Okay, so at the end of raise hands, my hands are kind of toward the center of my body. I'm going to turn them. What does this look like? This looks like roll back, right? So that's the shape of your hands. Okay, you're going to pull down, circle, turn. And I'm going to do one more this way. Then I'm going to break it up. Okay. I just want you to see what the whole thing looks like. Okay. So at the end of raise hands, you're like this. Okay. Footwork. Okay. In the direction you would be doing it, you just did an empty stance, right foot forward, heel touch. What you're going to do first is you're going to shift all the way to the back. So your toe comes up to show that absolutely everything is on the back. Then you're going to step. So your feet are like parallel to each other. Then you're going to shift all your weight to the right. Turn. Ball touch. 30% goes forward into that foot. So the ball touch empty stance, I consider not as secure in quotes as the heel touch one. I mean, it doesn't feel like you're as grounded. It's more of a positional thing. And you'll see that if you, I'll do it in this direction and maybe it's easier for you to follow. So if you're in heel touch, empty stance, okay, what you're going to do is you have 30% in the front. You're going to move all your weight to the back. Then you're going to take your foot up and step. Then you're going to move all your way to the right. Turn. Put your foot down, and then 30% goes in the front. Okay? I'll do it from this side. Here. Okay, I don't know. I think the other side would have been better, but we'll see. So you're in heel touch. You're going to shift all your weight back. Step. Turn. Ball touch. 30%. So the important thing about empty stances is don't overcommit. In other words, when I have a ball touch and I put my 30%, you can see that my torso is still pretty much between my feet, and none of it extends beyond my feet. In other words, I'm not like bow stance, where I have a straight line from my neck down to my heel. Here, even though my stride is the same, I have 30%, and it's primarily because of the lean of my torso. So I do lean, but it's from my hip, and I don't bend my knee to get it to move my weight forward. So once I see that your knee is bent, I know your weight is too far forward. Once I see that your torso is forward, I know your weight is too far forward. So think down. When you do empty stances, think down. When you do bow stances, think forward. Okay? When you do a bow stance and you step out and it's heel, ball, toe, bend, knee, it's forward. When you do an empty stance, regardless of whether it's heel touch or ball touch, heel touch, okay, it's 30%, but it's not here. It's here. Same, if this were ball touch, same thing. I have 30% now, but I'm not here. Okay? So let's do the feet a few more times. And which direction do you think is easier for you?
Back to me. I like that.
Okay. As long as you can see well enough. Okay. Feet, usually it works pretty well. Okay. So here, this one's 45 degrees. This one is heel touch, one line, two sides, 30% in the front. First thing is move weight back. So your toe comes up. Then, once all your weight is here, you can lift this up and put it down. So your feet are parallel to each other, facing toward the corner. Then you're going to move your weight toward the right. Turn. And while you're turning, you see you're kind of pivoting on the ball of the other foot. Then you set the ball down and put in your 30%. So once again, you're originally heel touch, right foot forward. Then you have 30%. Move that 30% out. Move the weight to the back. Then pick up, set it down, then move the weight to the front. Turn while you're pivoting on the left ball. Pick up, ball touch, 30%. We'll do it a couple more times and then we'll work on the hands, okay? So here, empty stance, heel touch. Shift weight back. Toe comes up. Then pick up foot, parallel to the corner. Shift weight to the right. Turn, pivoting on the left foot. Set down your left ball, one line, two sides, 30%. And last time, one line, two sides, heel touch. Move weight back. Right toe comes up. Change footwork. Move weight to the right. Pivot. set your ball down 30%. Any questions on the footwork?
No.
Okay. I'm going to show you the hands facing that way because I think you get the best view. So I'll show you the whole thing first, and then we'll do parts of it at a time. So when you were at raise hands, you're here. What you're going to do is you're going to turn your hands. Then, excuse me, as you shift your weight back and raise your right toe, you're going to pull down. You're going to circle, step and close, turn, root and open. Excuse me. So in principle, what you're doing is when you're here, you have grasp of your opponent. You're pulling down. Then you're making this circle and stepping. And in the traditional form, and it's more obviously shown in many of the other styles, is there's a shoulder strike here. So we don't, in the old days, they would just bend down and hit somebody, but we don't do that. So we show the shoulder strike with a turn. So when you finish pulling down and you've made, you've closed, you show the shoulder strike by turning. And then you're going to root and open. So this, people think, oh, when we did raise hands, you had a split energy, right? Is this a split energy? And the answer is no. And the reason is that when you did raise hands, you essentially were like trying to break somebody's arm, right? This one, you are defending. Somebody's coming toward you and you are separating their arms. Okay, so this is a separating move. And that's why you have the ball touch empty stance to position, but your main idea is separating. Okay, so what you're doing is several things. You came from here and you're turning your hands so that you can pull down. So your first thing is pull down. Then you're going to step, shoulder strike. Then root, separate. So that's basically the three things you're trying to achieve with this move. Okay? So let's look at each part of it. So when you're here at heel touch empty stance, you're here. What you're doing, the first thing you do is you position your hands. So this looks like rollback because this is how you're going to pull someone down. So as you pull down, your weight goes all on the back foot and you're circling. Then you're going to step and close. Then as your weight goes to the right, you're going to turn, step in order to root your ball so that you can separate. I'm going to do it from the other side and see if that helps. So if I'm here, I am heel touch, empty stance. I'm going to turn my hands, come down, circle, step and close, turn, step and open. And in the direction you would have been doing it, you would be here. Turn your hands, pull down, circle, step and close, turn, step and open. So I want to make sure that you step before you open. You always root before you move. Okay, so make sure you step first. And when you are here, you're essentially getting ready here when you turn your hands. When you shift back, you're pulling down. Step and close. So this shows that shoulder strike. Turn, step, and open. So let's see if I start here. Turn hands, pull down, step and close, turn, step and open. So in terms of the opening, what I'm doing essentially is a ward off up. Okay. When I was here and I pulled and I closed, what I'm doing with this hand is I am defending against, I'm actually separating out. So the thing that is that people tend to do is that they get their shoulder up too high. Mm-hmm. So what you want to do is you want to just defend, just pull up over your head. This can also be a defend from a strike from the top. It can be either one. But the idea is, can you see that I want you to be here, but not here? Okay. I want your shoulder to still be down. Let's see if you can see better here. Can you see here as opposed to here? Okay. And when you're doing this, you have one up and one down. So this is defending out. And this one is coming down. And what is this? This is opening. Remember when you did opening? Mm-hmm. That's where your hand was. Okay. So you essentially start here. You make your hands into rollback shape. You pull down. Your weight is shifting back. You're circling and you step and close. Then you shift your weight to the right, turn, step, and open. So in the direction you would be going, it would look like this. Turn your hands, pull down. So you're shifting your weight back. Then You're circling your arms, step and close. Turn, step and open. So when you are pulling down, don't turn too soon. What I mean by that is this. When I'm here and I turn my hands and I pull down, there's a great temptation to pull down like this.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that because you want, when you're circling, you still have the ability to turn. If you came down here, when you get here, you have nothing to turn. You're already facing that way. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So stay toward the side, step and close, and then turn, step and open. Any questions? So this has more parts, but it's simple in the sense that each thing, has a purpose. You know where it's going, and all you have to do is get your energy there, right? So let's do it a few more times. I'm going to do it one more time this way because I think you see the hands best from this side. So here, turn your hands, shift weight back as you pull down, start circling, step and close, turn, step and open. And from this side, here, turn hands, pull down, start circling, step and close, turn, step and open. And in the direction you would be doing it. Heel touch, empty stance. Raise hands and step forward. White crane spreads its wings. Turn hands. Pull down, shift weight back. Circle arms. Step and close. Turn. Step and open. Thoughts?
I'm kind of messed up.
What part is messed up?
I'm messed up. That's the part. Can you do it again, please?
Okay. I'm going to do it a lot more times. Okay. And I think once you know how the hands go, I like to do it in the direction you would be doing it.
Sure.
Unless you have questions on how the hands work. Okay. So you are in heel touch, empty stance, right foot forward at the end of raise hands.
Yes.
You're turning your hands. You're pulling down. Weight goes back. Start circling your arms. Step and close. Turn. Step and separate.
Okay.
Again. Right foot forward, end of raise hands. Turn hands. Pull down. All the weight goes back. Circle arms. Step and close. Turn. Step and open. Raise hands. turn hands. Pull down, weight goes back, circle arms, step and close, turn, step, and 30% in the front. Raise hands, turn hands, pull down, all the weight goes to the back, circle arms, step and close, turn, step, and open. How does that feel?
Better.
What part do you think needs the most work? Yes?
Yeah, I'm just realizing my gaze may be wrong. So from the time that I do raise hands and
Yes.
pull down, when do I turn my gaze to the other side? Because I think I do it too early, and then I have nothing to do with my shoulder strike because I'm already looking that way.
So when you start, obviously at the end of raise hands, you're looking forward, right?
Right.
Then you
Right.
turn your hands and
Right.
you're actually looking a little bit, you're kind of following your arms as they circle around. Then when you step, you're going to look that way.
Okay.
Okay. You're not
Okay.
exactly looking at 12 o'clock. You're looking halfway between the corner and 12 o'clock, but in that
Okay.
general direction because you're showing the shoulder strike, right?
Okay.
Then as you pivot, you're going to start looking that way.
Then I look that way. Okay.
So basically, after you're going to look between the front and the corner as you turn.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to open up and look on the side.
And look then. Okay. That makes sense.
Great question. I should have talked about the gaze. Any other questions? No? Okay, let's do it a couple of more times. Actually, what I'd like to do is I'd like to do it a couple of times from single whip. So we'll have raise hands and white crane together. Then I'd like to do it from the beginning. Okay?
Yes.
So from single whip, you're here. Okay. Then you're going to shift back. This is raise hands and step forward. Turn the left toe toward the corner. Push off the ball of the right as you circle your arms. Root the right heel and close. White crane spreads its wings. Turn your hands. Shift your weight back as you pull down, circling your arms, step and close. Turn, step, and open. One more time from single whip. You're at single whip. Raise hands and step forward. Shift back. Turn the left toe to the corner. Push off the right ball. Circle arms, root right heel, and come together. White crane spreads its wings. Rotate your hands. Pull down as you shift all your weight back. Circle your arms. Step and close. Turn. Step and open. Okay. Are there any questions? Yes, Lorraine. Wait, you're muted.
How do you, your right arm comes up, how do you get your left arm down?
Okay, so when let's see, what direction am I doing? Okay, so if I'm here and I turn and I pull down, I'm circling my arms, right? Step and close, turn. One hand comes up, one hand comes down. I root first. So if you see it from here,
Do it again.
it's so the right hand is on the outside because you were circling,
Yes.
right on the out, left on the inside. The left hand is just kind of resting at its normal spot.
Oh,
So, yes, is that okay?
yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Do you want to do it one more time from single whip before we do it from the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay. So from single whip, we're here. Raise hands and step forward. Shift right. Turn the left toe to the corner. Push off the right ball as you circle your arms. Root the right heel and close. White crane spreads its wings. Rotate your arms. Pull down as you shift all the way to the back. Circle your arms. Step and close. Turn. Step and separate. So you're here. Okay.
Yes.
Should we do it from the beginning and then we'll close class?
Okay.
Prepare. Head up, tailbone down, hands by your side. Opening. Rotate your arms. Come up to shoulder level. Press down almost to the bottom. Grasp the bird's tail. Ward off left. Shift left. Turn right. All the way to the right. Step and close. Shift weight and separate. Ward off right. Shift right. Turn the left toe to the corner. Pull left, ward off down right. Pull in the right foot. Step and close. Separate and shift weight. Roll back. Rotate your arms as you reach to the corner. Turn your waist as your weight goes back. Press. Pull in the right. Attach the left. Expand forward. Push. Square up your shoulders and flatten your hands. Come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest. Push forward. Single whip. Extend your hands as you flatten them and move your weight back. Turn and pull. Press down. Ward off left. Hook hand right. Standing ward off. Step. Deflect. Strike. Raise hands and step forward. Shift back. Move the left toe toward the corner. Push off the ball of the right foot. Circle your arms. Root the right heel and close. White crane spreads its wings. Rotate your hands. Pull down and shift all your weight to the back. Circle your arms. Step and close. Turn. Step and open. Okay, how is that?
Fine.
Feels good, but I need to get better at it, of course.
Yeah, but if you know, as long as it feels good once, then you know where you're working toward, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, any other questions? Any parts you want to work on? Any prior parts you want to work on? Yes, Laura?
From roll back to press.
Yes. So
I
when
don't think
you're,
I've been doing it right.
well, okay, so I'm going to go from right ward off. This is the end of right ward off. I'm doing it facing you, okay? To roll back, I'm rotating my arms and reaching to the corner. Then I'm shifting my weight back as I turn my waist. When I go to press, what I'm doing is I'm circling my right and attaching the left. And then I'm coming forward. So if I am forward and I move my hand down, this is roll back. I mean, this is right ward off. So right ward off, roll back, press. So the part that you're thinking of is, I bet, when you're coming here, how do I get this hand in the right position? Right?
Yes.
You're here. What you're going to do is you're going to make a little circle.
Oh,
Make a little circle. Then this is the same shape as right water. Slightly slanted, right? You came from here, you come here,
make a little circle.
you make a little circle. It's like you're brushing with your hand. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Brushing with your hand. And then you attach the left one and go forward. So you're here.
Okay.
Then you're brushing with your hand. Meanwhile, this one is turning over. Attach. Forward.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes.
Rita,
Okay. Yes.
part is actually the press part. Is it when you go open and like that? Is that the press? Or is the press when you actually put your hand like that?
The press is this. That's the
Okay.
press.
And
Okay.
then you open. So you press and then you open.
Well, press, this is the end of press. This is
Okay,
press.
that's press.
Then the open is the transition to push.
Ah,
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is press.
Press.
This is transition to push.
Okay.
Then this is push. Yes?
Got it. I was
Okay.
calling things the wrong things and getting confused.
Okay, so right order. Extend. Shift weight and turn waist. Then rotate the right. Attach the left. Expand forward. So your left leg is actually imparting the energy for you to do the press. Your arms don't have much energy. Your legs have the energy. So make your shapes rounder, okay? So if I'm here at right ward off, then I'm extending, I'm making a round shape as I come back. Then I'm making a little circle here as I attach. And then I come forward. When I do my push, I essentially square up my shoulders first, flatten my hands. Then I'm making this teardrop shape. Can you see that? So don't come back and come forward. Make a little circle.
Everything circles.
Everything is circles.
Yeah.
Right. You got it. And the thing is, don't go too far down either. Because what happens is, think about if you were pushing a refrigerator, okay? You would be pushing from here. You wouldn't be pushing from down here, right? Think about, how am I going to push something? I'm going to push something from the chest level, right? So you come here and then you push. Yeah. Okay. Question, Lorraine.
When you're at press, are you between corner and straight?
When I'm at press?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So what happens is when I was at ward off right, actually my shoulders are still toward the side, toward the corner, right? Because my shoulders, I am matched up with my back foot. Okay, so I'm here. Then when I do roll back and I shift my weight back, can you see? I kind of bend my knee in order to get that weight back. My knee is lined up with my foot. Okay. As I circle and attach, I am going forward, but my shoulders are still that way. It's not until I square up my shoulders and to do push that my shoulders face that way. When I'm doing press, my shoulders are still that way. Yes?
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you very much for coming into class. 同学们再见. And I will see you next week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.